Yo, what's up, YouTube? What's up, Red Nation? It's your boy, Mr. Ready Kid here. It is Thursday, September 13th. Let's talk about Week 2. And some pretty big news to talk about. I think my video came out and some other shit dropped the same day. But I already put it out, man. Let's talk about what we've done in the last couple days. So we signed Johnny Holton back to the practice squad. So he's back with the team. And he's also getting a look at cornerback. They're going to give him a look at cornerback because they really like his special teams play. They really don't want to lose him from the team. They want to keep him on the squad. They want to find him a spot on the team. So Johnny Holton's back. If you like Johnny Holton, cool. Some injuries happened during the game on Monday night. Justin Ellis got hurt with an ankle injury. P.J. Hall got hurt with an ankle injury. Both are defensive tackles. And Andrew DePola, our long snapper, also got hurt. So we needed to go get a new long snapper. And we got Trent Sieg. S-I-E-G, if that's correct. I have no clue who this guy is, honestly. He might be a rookie or a really young talent. So he's now on the team. And the Raiders also signed Martavis Bryant. Martavis Bryant is back. Yes, he just was released. And yes, Keon Hatcher beat him out. But guess who the Raiders waived? Keon Hatcher. And I think it was his birthday. This was really fucked up. But the Raiders waived Keon Hatcher just a week after him making the team, after the 3-touchdown game he had in Seattle in the 4th preseason game, and Martavis Bryant is back. We'll get to that in a second. The Raiders also waived Shalik Calhoun. Shalik Calhoun is gone. A lot of people were really liking the progress Shalik was making, especially in the preseason, but they needed to make room for defensive tackle Jonathan Hankins and Clinton McDonald. And they put Justin Ellis on the IR. He is eligible to return, I think, midway through the season, along with Eddie Vanderdoes. So 2 new defensive tackles to replace the 2 injured ones. P.J. Hall, though, is still on the active roster. He is not practicing, I don't think, right now, though. So he's definitely probably not playing Week 2. Shalik Calhoun and Keon Hatcher were definitely waived. And Andrew DePola was also put on IR along with Justin Ellis. So that's the transaction weeks. Very busy. I don't remember a transaction frenzy like that after Week 1 for the Raiders in forever. This is definitely John Gruden getting football players. Now I just feel like, I don't know, it's really weird. It's kind of odd. But Jonathan Hankins I know of from playing with the Colts, and then his days with the Giants. With the Giants, he was pretty solid. So I don't know, he's a little older of a player though. I don't know what kind of Jonathan we're gonna get, but that's the transactions. Interesting. Martavis Bryant, I think. This is the smart move. This is what should have kept. This is what we should have kept going into the regular season. I don't know if they were afraid Martavis Bryant was going to get suspended. We saw the reports that he might, and we kept Keon Hatcher. But Martavis Bryant makes our offense better just with that deep threat alone. So we'll see how this plays out. And we'll see if the NFL suspends Martavis Bryant just because he's on the roster now. That'd be fucked up. I believe he signed a 1-year deal. It's kind of like an Aldon Smith type of deal. So let's look over to the Denver Broncos now. And reflecting through Monday's loss, you know what? Man, we held more than 3.5 quarters with a very good offense, very good defense, probably one of the best teams in the league. And we stuck with them almost the entire way until our quarterback made some mistakes. So I have some hope that Carr's not going to make those same mistakes. He's going to open up the offense to not just the running back and the tight end, and we get the receivers the ball. That's why we signed Jordy Nelson. That's, this offense was explosive at one point. I'm sorry. We need to make it that again. The running game needs to be consistent as well. I know Beast Mode is so good. Okay, he's so good at doing what he does, but at the same time, we need a workhorse. And Marshawn Lynch is just too old to be that workhorse. The Rams have that workhorse in Todd Gurley, and see what they did. That opens up their offense tremendously. We need a running back. Marshawn Lynch is a great fit for now, but we need someone that's going to that's going to run for 80 yards a game, 100 yards a game, effectively. And I don't know if Lynch has that in him. We've seen it time to time, but I don't know if he has it in him. So when we play Denver this week, there's a new faces over in the Donkeys. Case Keenum's over there, and they beat the Seattle Seahawks. Mind you, I don't think they should have won that game. I don't think that was a touchdown. If you know what I'm talking about, let me know in the comments below. What do you think? I didn't see any slice of green. Remember when Crabtree caught that ball in San Diego in 2016, and there was that slice of blue, and then ultimately, we won the game and made the playoffs that day. It was amazing. There was a slice of blue, and that's called the slice of blue game because of that. There's no slice of green there, ref. I don't know what they were looking at. His foot is clearly on that white line. I wasn't watching the game at the moment that happened. I saw the replay. I saw it live, and it didn't look like a catch initially. I don't know if they gave you better angles while you were watching the game, but it definitely didn't look like a touchdown at all. And I think they were given that, and they were given the victory because of that terrible, terrible call. I mean, these touchdowns are reviewed, right? Seattle didn't look good though either. Seattle's offense looks very choppy. They rely really on the deep ball. It looked like the running game was kind of there. I don't know. These running backs are like middle class running backs. And Denver's defense, I saw Von Miller get to the quarterback a couple times. He was pretty effective. So I mean, if our tackles, which our tackles actually played pretty good, it was our guards that played like shit against the Rams and got tore up in the middle, and that's why the pocket was collapsing so quickly. And I think that's what made Carr so jittery in there. It wasn't necessarily the tackles, even though tackles did get beat on here and there, and they got called. Colton got called for a couple holding calls. So I mean, really, man, we need solid the trenches are the most important. We need to get to Case Keenum. Don't let him become comfortable, and Carr is going to need enough time to throw a ball to Amari Cooper for more than 10 yards and take some shots downfield. I'm not saying those 50-50 balls. I don't want the 50-50 balls. I just want you and the coaches to come up with a good scheme, a good game plan, and some good route concepts to get open and beat Denver. Because I think Denver is a very beatable team. I think Case Keenum had a couple picks, if I'm not mistaken. He was pretty solid though. I mean, threw 300 yards. It's a Seattle defense that's not the same as it once was. So something to look out for. I think we could beat Denver. I think we'll go in there. We'll go into Denver. And hopefully we can leave with the victory, because we really need a victory at this point. Everybody's fucking panicking. It's ridiculous. You guys, some of these Raider fans, man, I don't know, man. I don't know anymore. You guys are just on the fence. 16 years, 20 years of losing. Hey, man, it's not easy for everybody. It's not easy for everybody. It's not easy for the Raiders, and it's never been easy for the Raiders. And you should know that. So, who knows? We'll see. I got the Raiders winning. I'll get to that in a second. Let's do the weekly picks to end the video. I did fucking terrible last week. I think I went 9 for 16. Out of 16 games, I only got 9 wins. So I was what? Right? That means I did okay. Nah, I did horrible. I'll put my official scores either in the next video or something. But let's talk about this week's. Some pretty big upsets last week, or an upset at the fact that the fucking Browns almost beat the Steelers. That was my upset pick of the week. They almost beat the Steelers, but they fucking couldn't finish the game, and they blew it. Ugh, so frustrating. I was watching that game. They should have beat the Steelers, man. They had way more than a couple opportunities. The Bengals beating the Colts was a shock, even though it was a fumble for the last hit of the game. The Chiefs destroyed the Chargers. The Chargers it looked like ass. Cardinals might be the worst team in the league. The Cowboys looked non-existent. And the Jets, oh my God, the Jets exploded on the Lions. And the first play of the game, the fucking rookie threw a pick 6. So here we go. Let's go through the picks. Honestly, I was gonna pick the Ravens. But it locked on me before the game started, and they just scored a touchdown. It's 21-7 though. The Bengals, man. I don't know if this is one of those years where they start 6-0 and they just fucking flat out fail. We'll see. Pittsburgh Steelers and the Chiefs. Yeah, the Steelers, they are probably very salty after that tie. Titans and the Texans. I'm going to go with the Texans because Marcus Mariota got hurt, and I don't think the Titans are going to be able to do it with Blaine Gabbert. Man, he looked terrible. Washington over the Colts. Washington's at home. Jets and the Dolphins. This one's kind of tough. I'm going to go with the Dolphins here. Even though the Jets, everyone's probably like picking them like crazy. The Buccaneers also went in a shootout with the Saints. That was a crazy game. I picked the Eagles and picked the defending champs. They actually looked pretty solid on Thursday night. It was decent enough in my eyes for them to get a victory. Panthers and Falcons. I'm going to go with the Panthers. I got to see more out of Cam Newton. Upset. This is probably my upset of the week. I'm going to go Bills over Chargers. Josh Allen gets his first start. This is a very, very bold move. Packers over the Vikings. This is going to be a fucking nail-biter. This is going to be a good game in Lambeau. Lions over the Niners. Two garbage-ass teams going against each other. Let's give it to the Niners. They're at home, so, well, I mean, it doesn't really matter. No one shows up. Rams and Cardinals. The Rams will probably score 50 points, and the Cardinals probably score. No, actually, knowing the Rams and the NFC West, that game's probably going to be 10-10, come down to the wire or some crazy shit. Raiders over the Broncos, you already know. Jaguars over the Patriots, yes, I said it. Yes, it's going to happen. Giants over the Cowboys on Sunday night, and this one's kind of tough, but Bears over the Seahawks. So that's my picks for this week. If you guys want to join me, and give me your 3, and that's what I'm going to do here. So my upset of the week is going to be the Bills over the Chargers. My lock of the week is going to be the Rams over the Cardinals. And I forgot what the third one I did was. Lock, upset. Fuck, wasn't there a third one? Fuck, I don't remember, man. Raiders over the Broncos. I think that's what it was. It was just the Raiders. I got my Raiders over the Broncos. I'm hoping for a week 2 win, go 1-1, and we look on to week 3 and just keep building off of that, guys. All right, so that's my time. I'm Mr. Raider Kid. If you made it this far, leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. Raider Nation, you know what it does. You know what it is. I'm Mr. Raider Kid. I'll see you guys after the game. Go Raiders.